Hi, this is Eric Erb of TheEricErbShowLive.com. You can find me online at TheEricErbShow.com and then, of course, Twitter.com/TheEricErbShow. You can also find me online at Anchor.fm. That's Anchor.fm/TheEricErbShowLive. Then, of course, on Spreaker.com/TheEricErbShowLive. And my new platform called Podbean. That's podbean.com/EricErbLive. Okay, let's get into the news here real quickly. Via naturalnews.com, I'm reading an article. It said, prepare for no medical help available. Books, natural remedies, first aid resources will be the difference between life and death as this coronavirus spreads across the United States as it's doing right now, exponentially, I might add. Okay, normally readers, as the article goes on, readers are usually showing up how seriously they are taking the spread of the new coronavirus or COVID-19, while at the same time providing a great example of not panicking, staying calm, simply preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. That is so true. Also, the article goes on to say, we've noticed a recent discussion about medical care during a pandemic when doctors are extremely busy dealing with the spread of the new coronavirus while attempting to contain that spread so it doesn't become an epidemic within borders, although some would rationally argue it already is, which is true. With leaked documents showing hospitals are preparing for massive influxes of cases over the next 2 months and estimating they will run short of ICU beds, ventilators. It does seem to be at a moment to reflect on staying healthy, being prepared to treat minor, even some major elements at home, using home remedies, natural remedies, etc., while some people are paying very close attention to the spread of COVID-19. The number of cases in their states, how close we are, where we live, that this disease is spreading all over has reached, considering a healthy quarantine by hunkering down, avoiding crowded spaces. Others are watching TV, claiming they're paying attention, but showing a disturbing disconnect by refusing to limit their exposure to others unnecessarily, even in areas where they are already confirmed to have cases of COVID-19. So let's stop and take a breath for just a second, folks. People can't see the forest for the trees sometime. Oh, but Eric, you don't understand. I have my job. I have this. I have that. Yeah, I got it. I got it. If you're a healthcare provider, if you're EMS, your fire and rescue, your law enforcement, my hats go off to you. You have a very tough time and a hard job, especially right now, especially my friends in the healthcare industry. I have a few of them, and my hats go off to you. My prayers are always with you for undergoing this horrible disease as it spreads all over. It's a bioweapon. It's a man-made bioweapon. We all know that. Anybody with any brains can look that up and just dig a little bit in Google, and you'll find that out. The point here is that people don't understand how this virus is spreading all over. They don't understand that if you cough, you spit, you breathe, you do about anything, come in contact with another human being, it's going to spread. And for those of us that are still, knock on wood, through the good grace of God, so far there's millions and millions, hundreds of millions that are not contaminated and have not picked up the virus. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe. What I would recommend, and I think that it's almost too late now, would be to get a 2 to 4 week, I'd definitely say more towards a 4-week supply of bottled water. If you can't drink tap water, get bottled water. Also, any medical supplies, start stocking up. I don't mean stock up like the world's coming to an end, but just stock up on something that's going to last you 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, have some common sense here. Have some good, sound judgment. This shit is getting out of hand. It's spreading all over. Coronavirus is everywhere. New York is under a lockdown. Massachusetts is in a state of emergency. Part of California is in a state of emergency. It's just a matter of time when a state of emergency arises in your area, and it's going to affect you. So get ready for this. This is happening. Will there be a medical martial law? It's very, very possible as this shit spreads. It's tanking the stock market. People has come in contact with so many people. Every person out there, you almost, unless you know them, they're your husband or your wife or your spouse or your kids, and you know them very, very, very well. Accidents happen. Your son, little Johnny, or your daughter, little Sally, might have touched somebody that visited China within the last 30 or 60 days or something. So you just have to be very diligent and have to be very aware of what's going on. You should stock up on water for 3 or 4 weeks. Stock up on medical supplies. Stock up on all your necessities, some extra food. Again, any drugs if you're a diabetic, whatever you need, blood thinners, diabetic, high blood pressure like I used to be. I mean, anything. You might want to stock up on your meds for at least 30 days. Stock up on your, I don't mean going crazy. I'm seeing this at the Walmarts and stuff. They're going crazy over vitamin C. Vitamin C does help you build the immune system. That's a fact. Stock up on vitamin C. Stock up on a lot of your paper products. And I don't mean go crazy again. People are going batshit crazy. Stock up on toilet paper. Stock up on Kleenexes. Maybe for 3 or 4 weeks. It's not going to hurt. It's better to have it and not need it rather than to need it and not have it. Think about that. So back to the article here. I want to finish out here the article, naturalnews.com. What often is forgotten that happens to regular emergencies, and this is emergency room, during a pandemic. What if you have an appendix, a stroke, a heart attack, or require gallbladder surgery, cancer treatments, renal support? You may not be able to get to a hospital with the COVID virus present. You may not want to at all, but need to. We've already had one poster rethinking a routine check, or a routine checkup. So you have to think about these things if you have a surgery, if you have a stroke, if you have a heart attack. And I'm not saying you can't help most of these things. These are common sense things, for gosh sake. But you have to keep that in mind. When you go to a hospital, you're around a bunch of people. A bunch of people are going to be touching you. You have to be very, very cautious. You have to be very cautious when you're in the Walmart. And over here, down here in Central Florida, these Walmarts are always packed. And so I try not to go in there when there's a bunch of people, although there is. And when I do, I don't shake hands. I'll say hi. I try to stand a few feet away from people. And wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Sanitizer, wash your hands, soap and water. Dry your hands. If you're sick, this is something a lot of people won't tell you. If you're sick, stay indoors. Don't go running out to the Walmart. Don't go running out to little Johnny's birthday party where there's going to be 80 other little kids and 80 groups of parents and adults and stuff, so you can cough and breathe all over them and say, oh, it's okay, it's my allergies, whatever. Stay the hell home. Have some common sense. Start thinking for a change. A lot of people don't like to do that. They're into themselves, very narcissistic sometimes. They want the very best for their son or their daughter or their spouse or their husband. I understand that. I got it. But they don't think that spreading germs, they're not thinking about that right now. Germs is the last thing on their mind. They're worried about going to work. They're worried about making money. They're worried about going to a sporting event, to Little Johnny's or Little Sally's after-school event. They're worried about this. They're worried about that. What does people think of me? Right now, people don't think very much. The United States, people are in fear. They're in fear because of the media. They're in fear because the media and the fake news is scaring the hell out of people. We will get through this. I promise you. We will get through this to live to fight another day. But we're not going to get through this if we don't start exercising some common sense. Common sense means washing your damn hands, using hand sanitizer, covering your friggin' face. If you sneeze, if you cough, cover your mouth, cover your face. If you're sick, stay the hell home. If the boss has a problem with you staying home and you're so important to that company, God heaven forbid, you're so important to the damn company, then you need to figure out something. You need to really ask yourself a question. My boss wants me to go into work. I'm very sick. I haven't been tested for the coronavirus yet. What should I do? Well, I can tell you what you should do is get tested immediately. And if you're sick and diagnosed as that, get your ass in the hospital. Screw the job. You only have one life to live. Think about that. You can make all the money in the world. You're not going to take it with you. Have some fucking common sense in life. Start caring about the people around you, your coworkers, and this and that. This is a game. This is a life. We only have one life to live. Live it fully. Live it to your potential. But don't kill everybody else in the process because you're sick and you're selfish and you want to make money. That's what you need to really think about. If you're sick, stay the fuck at home. If you know or you even think you have something, you have a fever, you have a cough, your temperature is high, get your ass to the hospital. You might just have the flu or else you could have corona. But start using some common sense and stay away from large crowds, at least until this blows over. Let me know if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. This is Eric Erb from The Eric Erb Show Live. You can find me online at theericerbshow.com, twitter.com/The Eric Erb Show, and of course, Spreaker.com/The Eric Erb Show Live, and Podbeam, my new platform, podbeam.com/Eric Erb Live. This is Eric Erb signing off. Have a good night. God bless and stay safe.